Welcome back to another episode of the Bear Trap on the Boomer Bust channel, a Bears podcast by a Bears fan. I'm your host, Terry, and today we're going to be looking at Justin Fields. We're going to look at his completions. I think for the most part, we go through all the completions. The completions I took out, it was two of them I took out because they were screens, and so it's not much to really talk about there. So we took those out. We're also going to look at some sacks as well and the two interceptions that he threw. So a little mix of positive and negative. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. All right, so we are going to the next play. We're going to pull up to the first interception from Justin Fields. I believe we're in the first quarter. Tape is already skipping, but looks like we're motioning to a 2x2. We're out of shotgun. They got right now kind of two high. One's kind of lurking. With the motion, he's kind of lurking down, so it might be a single high. Something to watch for his depth. So let's rewind it so it can play through cleanly, hopefully. So a little play action, trying to get it across the middle to Komet. All right, we're going to rewind it. Try to pause and see what the routes are. So after the play action, you got Mooney out here in the flat. We got a single receiver down here at the bottom of the screen, two at the top. At this point, I'm not sure. We see, obviously, Komet's running a seam route across the middle. Not really across, kind of like a skinny post almost. And let's see what the two... It looks like just three vert. I mean, you got the seam, and then you got the two verticals. And really, shoot, the vertical over there was open. I don't know what Texans are doing with these two guys, both out of range, but... anyways, single high, seam beater, good call. If you got single high, obviously giving him three options of where to go is tough. Usually their eyes are over the perimeter receiver, so the seam is kind of where you get it. So let's back up a little bit because I'm not sure what all the Texans did. So we got linebackers here, 4 down linemen. They got a slot. So the linebackers kind of stepped up, then one just blitzed after the play action. One's, okay, playing for flat to curl. Nothing really there. Well, I guess Herbert might have been leaking out. Not sure what this safety is playing. Maybe a robber, potentially. But either way, this is open. And so the timing is bad and the placement is bad too. So let's see from the end zone copy. Maybe we can see a little better. Maybe not. This is pretty tight. Okay. that was no help. Nope. Okay. We're going to try to run through it again. This tape is being real jumpy today. I mean, the ball sails on them. And I know from what I remember and watching a couple clips, there's a lot of bad footwork with Fields. So he gets the play action. He's in the pocket, not a lot of pressure. He is set. I mean, hands go up, but it's not really in his face. He is set and able to make a throw. And I can't tell from that angle, but the way the ball sails on him, you feel like it's more of an arm throw than it needs to be. I mean, brings his hips through, and it may be the hands just really obscure his vision, but yeah, you can see that ball sails on him. And I wish it would just play cleanly. So you could see from his point of view at least. And of course it won't. So whatever, I'm not gonna deal with it. So the ball sails on him, and goes right to the safety. Really, it was just, it was bad accuracy. All right, so we're gonna move ahead to the next play, and this is going to be a sack on Justin Fields. As soon as this play is over. All right, so we're in empty. And the video is just really not cooperating today. All right, so we're empty. They got double high. And look at that. This is actually kind of similar to that pattern that we used to run a lot with Nagy. But we got the two curls here. One going vertical, one flat route, and one coming across. I can't tell if he's sacked yet. He might have been. But the vertical's covered. The crosser's covered. Or the dig, whatever you want to call it. They bumped their linebacker out. So let's see. Not what I wanted. Let's see if we can get it at the point of pressure to see where the routes are. All right, so right here, prior to the pressure, the first curl, somebody sitting right there. He's running vertical directly into a safety with a linebacker inside leverage. The second curl, nobody's there yet. The flat has a man, and this dig isn't even started to develop. But even when it does, this linebacker peels off and gets to it. So obviously, in that situation, it's just a check down to Herbert. You just gotta take that small gain. So, I mean, right now we're okay, and this is kind of the point we were looking at earlier, where you kind of just got to take this check down. And in my mind, Fields is looking at Mooney and waiting for him to come across. Wants to throw it. You see that linebacker peel back. He pulls the ball down, tries to escape, ends up getting sacked. So try to let it run through so we can see it in real time. I mean, the pass rush wasn't terrible, or the pass protection wasn't terrible. Fields just he has to make that decision. And really, it was Whitehair that gave up the most pressure. I think Braxton would have been fine, if Fields stayed in the pocket, but with that interior pressure, that kind of pushed Fields to the outside. But on that play, I think you just got to take the check down. I know it's not always the fun thing to do, but you got to live to play another down. All right, so now the next one is a completion. Also, there's a couple completions that I skipped because they were just screen passes. And there's no point in breaking that down. All right, so this is a big pass to Komet. I know the film's jumping all over the place. We will rewind. All right, so to kick it off, we got bunch trips at the top of the screen. Single receiver at the bottom out of the shotgun. They have a double mug look, not two A gaps, but they have both linebackers stepped up into the line. But you got single high, you got 3-on-3. You feeling like it very possibly could be man. If not man, has to be some type of cover 3 because this guy has no help back there. So you might be expecting a blitz. Both linebackers step out, And I like this concept. I really love this concept. I don't know how many times we ran this, but we should run it more often. So let's see. Let's see if I can point it out from the top of the play. So it looks like we're going to have one person come here on the drag with the other receiver coming under for a cross. Komet's coming here on a deep over, and then we got another person on an even deeper over. And I love that. I love the horizontal looks. It's just easier sometimes for people to read. Okay. Of course, the film. Cooperate, please. So we can see that concept together. But I like that because if it's man, it creates confusion. And then you might sorry, I messed that up. The running back came out of the backfield for the crosser. This guy went on the vert. Still works. Either way, I like it because the crosser is always going to take the attention of the second level defenders, whether it's two linebackers, whether you got to curl the flat play or whatever, it's going to take their attention. And so what you're hoping at is if they don't sink, you got Komet on this first level crosser. If they do sink and that's taken away, then the safety's not over top, then hopefully you got the second one. But either way, coming across from one side of the field to the other is always a good one because you can create confusion on man. But if it's zone is played on half the field. Like you can play cover 2 here, cover 3 on the other side, whatever. So once somebody comes from that side to that side, now, you know, they haven't even been paying attention. They're looking at their alignment and everything on their side of the field. Once you come to the other side of the field, a lot of times they're not looking. Like you can see, this corner is on the vert with the receiver, and this guy's here, but he's looking here. He doesn't see anything behind him. There's two people coming into vacated space. Now that linebacker does peel off late, almost does a good job, but Fields delivers the throw. So we'll see it from the end zone view. Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus. I'm trying so hard not to get mad right now. And Fields actually throws it out of a hit if it would actually just play correctly. Because he gets pressure. And really, the pocket is fine. He's not stepping up. He could have stepped. He's sinking back, making this throw harder than it needs to be. Because, A, if you step up, you're going to avoid the pressure going around the loop. B, if you step up, you're going to draw some attention from the linebackers and everybody else that's staring at you to make that throw even easier. And that linebacker out here in the flat curl, he might step up too once he sees you step up because they know you can run. And now that pass is wide open. But Fields continues to sink. And he doesn't really get hit as he throw, but, you know, he sinks in the pocket into pressure for no reason. But anyway, that's a completion. And then we're going to roll to the next play, which is a sack. After this play's over, I think it got called dead. So again, they're mugged up on the line. And this time we're a lot tighter. This film, okay. I'm going to let it go. All right, so this time we're a lot tighter. We're 2x2. Regular splits on the right. On the left, we got a tighter look, which I don't love when you're in the when they have a mug set and everybody's up on the line, because, I mean, you're just asking for confusion. But whatever. So let's see if we can what we end up running. I swear This is just always at the wrong time. I mean, there's no right time, but I'm trying to see. Okay, top of the drop. Let's see what we got. This person's running vertical. There's two people on them, looks like. Not sure what this is. Looks like, I mean, it has to be some type of man coverage because everybody's like pressed right now. This receiver's running open. Looks like he's running an over route. And these two haven't even really got into their route. So we do have an open guy. There's two people here on this short route. Two people downfield. Single guy over the top. So to me, it looks like they're running some type of clear route. These two ran vertical at the top of the screen, but it looked like they weren't even trying. So it looks like to me they were just running off the corners. And then I guess maybe the same for Komet, not vertical, but trying to run an over route. And really just to clear this receiver up, which they did. He was wide open at one point, but obviously Fields didn't see that. So we'll look at it from the end zone. I feel so bad. Look at Fields. Fields is crunched up. All right. Sweet Jesus. Let's hope this film actually does what it's okay. That's clearly not what I wanted whatsoever. We're going to try again. Yeah, so that's Equanimous St. Brown. He is clearing this linebacker. At the same time, Lucas Patrick got beat. Borum's beat too, to be honest. And Fields is already looking somewhere else. Really, there's nowhere to go. You got two verts that are just runoffs, and they not even doing anything. And so he looks to escape the pocket like usual and gets hit. And I'm upset because I really think it's important to watch this through cleanly. But it is really hard. Okay. There we go. Much better. So, yeah, Patrick, I mean, he kind of lunges, gets a quick swim, and feet don't move like most linemen and doesn't recover. Mustaford's helping out with white hair. He doesn't even see this guy. And as I've always said, the quickest pressure is right up the middle. I don't care what anyone tells you. All right, so we're going to go to the next play. And this is also a sack. So we'll let that play through. All right. This next play, trips to the left. Shotgun. Two safeties back, two shell. Corners are off. Nickel. Could have cover 2. We could have cover 4. Could have something funky. Could have 2-man. All right, top of the drop. We got a flat route. This is kind of like a slant, basically. Slant flat. Then we got two curl routes, or at least one curl and one flat route. And I'm guessing the outside receiver is going vertical, or at least running a more vertical route. And that receiver does run vertical. So let's see what we got at the point of pressure. So they send 4. We got Braxton and white hair on the edge. Mustapher one-on-one with the interior. Jenkins one-on-one with the interior. Bourne one-on-one with the edge. We just missed it. But as you can see, Justin looks to escape. There wasn't immediate pressure there. I mean, come on. Can the film not mess up at a more perfect time? It's just ridiculous. But Justin looks to his left, doesn't like what he sees, and tries to escape. And that's just a sack that he ran into. That looked like Madden. This year's Madden, as soon as you take off, that's what happens. They collapse over the top and sack you. All right. Oh, God. Okay. I'm going to have to stop attempting because we just don't got enough time. But I'm going to try one more time. So, okay. Top of the drop. He looks left. Doesn't like what he sees. I mean, this guy's pressing. Clearly, he's not turning with him. So, he's staying here in the zone. So, once he press here, he's coming to this. So, you can't let that go. Komet's going right into this defender. You might not like that. He doesn't even look to the right side. But that's probably your answer. Pre-snap, I mean, that might be your answer. Is you need to be working this side, the single man side. And then just wait. And really, this is the key. So if I'm playing quarterback, if I decide to work the single man side, safety's up back, slot defender, okay, what is this guy doing? If he sinks, go to the flat. If he drives, go to the slant. This side is just not really happening. And I don't even this has to be a cover 2. Because he's funneling him outside to the safety. He's going to take this flat route. This guy's a hook defender. This guy's a hook defender. They're right there. I mean, it's just not a good matchup for you. So he tries to take off, ends up getting sacked. All right. The next play, if we get there, the film was tired of me talking crap. Is going to be a completion. Okay. Should be this next play after Herbert's big run. All right, so we got a motion. We got motion, play action, rollout. Of course, we can't even see the actual play. All right, play action boot. It's going to be open again. Let's see if we can get this right. Okay, double stack. We got 2x2. We got a stack. We got a short side with the tight end, so we're kind of close. Then they do the jet sweep motion. So now we see his man coverage. The guy's going with him. And they play action boot. They get lost. People. First of all, number one, they're going to run to Justin Fields because they think he's running because that's what we've been doing. Again, I talked about us being effective because we're bad. We do the same stuff so people think that's all we can do. So now they're racing to the edge. And it might not be man coverage. They might have switched to zone. But either way, people are clearly confused. You got EQ wide open. That should be an easy completion. Now, don't want people to fall in love with them. Like, well, see, that's why we need to play action boot every pass. I can show you a lot of passes where that play action boot stuff is not cute, especially later in the game. Defenses will shut that down. But we have been running pretty well, so it's all about timing. So, again, play action boot. You saw everybody kind of scrambling towards Justin, leaving EQ wide open. So that's kind of pitch and catch. That's not hard. All right, so the next play is the second interception of Justin Fields. After the end of this play, Okay, please pause. I don't know what the film just did there. Looked like it jumped between two plays. Okay, we're in empty. Trips right. They got a single high. Double mug in the A gap. Actually, this is more than that because they got another guy standing up and 3 down linemen. I don't know type of weird, funky thing they got, but they send 4. Herbert helps Chip on the edge. Komet is a late release, so he might have chipped 2. We got 3 out in the route, going vertical. So this is essentially the same play we ran earlier in which he got intercepted on. So you got 2 outside verts, 1 seam beater, and you got a flat route, and then you actually get Herbert out in another flat route. Already, I tell you, here's the answer. And actually, let me back up because they were single high at first. Looks like they rotated to double. So Petrie's down in the box. Yeah. And so at the snap, he rotates to double high. So they're in cover 2. And Fields, A, lets this go to the wrong person. B, does not have good placement on it. So they're in the Tampa 2 because the Mike is carrying over the middle, as you'll see, hopefully. So the Mike linebacker here is carrying the inside vert, Tampa 2. They rotated back. You got 2 deep plus the Mike carrying this guy vertical. So if you're throwing this, you're throwing it into double coverage. And at that point, I get it, but that's a tight throw. That's a tight throw. To me, again, the answer is here to Komet check down, even this check down. But that safety is going to take this vert. This safety can play that vert. With him being carried by the Mike and you selling the ball, the safety could play that middle one too. So in that cover 2 with the corners sunk down, you gotta drop it off. Now there's pressure in his face and all that, and again it just sails. Like there's a chance to complete that, but it's a really tough throw. So we'll see pressure and all that. And the pocket's fine. As he gets thrown. maybe from that angle I couldn't see it, but honestly, still, even with that, he could have moved in the pocket. He had his eyes set on that throw. That's the throw he's gonna make. They do a little T switch here. They pick it up. He's crashing in. There's nobody on the edge. You don't have to run, but step up, step around, manipulate the pocket, and make that throw. But he wants to hang in. He wants to take that shot. And again, Fields just making some of these things tougher than they need to be. Every single play, it's the same thing that I talked about with Trubisky. Every single play isn't immediate pressure in the face. Some plays, the offensive line does their job. The receivers do their job. It's on the quarterback. Not every play, but, some are. All right, so we got another completion. This is trips left. Again, this is to Komet. See if we could pause. So they got mugged up look again. People on the line. Looks like a dime. Or no, that's the safety. So the safety's down here in the box. This looks like man coverage, potentially single high, potentially a blitz. So it's definitely zone. And it looks like they're running All slants, yeah, because all three of these people ran slants. Looked like EQ was trying to run a slant. He was kind of pressured. And I don't know if it was man to one side and not the other, potentially. Because he runs with EQ, he presses him up, and then the linebacker flies out with the running back on that side. On this side, they all run slants, but they're not in man coverage. Yeah, because he drops. Petrie's running to the flat. Don't know why. But, I mean, there's literally no one there. But okay, whatever. He's covering nothing, the linebacker. So that's just a wide open. I have no idea what the Texans was doing on that play. Again, pitch and catch, as it should be. Then the next play should be a penalty, and then we'll have another completion. I don't think we need to look at the end zone. It is what it is. I don't know if that was confusion on the Texans' part or what. This should be a penalty. Then the next play will be a completion. Okay. So we're under center. All right. All right. I thought we were going to pause. Guess not. All right. So we're under center. We got a stack here with a nub here. So three by one type formation. Motion over. So now it's 2 by 2, still a heavy look, tight end, fullback, all that. So we're going to play action. All the linebackers sucked up. It skipped ahead, so I couldn't really see. But it looks like we got 2 men in the route, potentially someone in the flat. Let's see what oh my God. Now y'all see my pain. All right, play action. All right, looks like just 2 deep stops. We got, he ran like an out and then a stop. I don't know. That was a weird route. And then a deep stop over the middle. And literally, when I say pitch and catch, almost all these pass completions have looked like somebody throwing a baseball to somebody. Okay, it's not going to I'm not about to keep playing with it. We'll see it from the end zone copy. I mean, you got heavy personnel. You got the play action. Again, we've been running pretty well, so that brings a lot of attention from all the first level defenders. They're all stepping up. Now everybody's scrambling to get back. On the play action, the deep defenders are going to stay deep. And then they just ran a stop, curl right under it. Completed over the middle. All right, our last 2 plays are sacks because we're the Bears. I'm just kidding. But also. Let's see. All right, so after this play, that was a sack, but the play was actually called dead. So we're not actually looking at that one. So this is a 2 by 2. Sorry, let me go back. And that's a play that was called dead or penalty, whatever. He still got smacked. All right, so we're in the 2 by 2. They got 2 deep safeties. Corners at 5 yards. Could be man 2. Looks like it's covered to. Oh my God. So this is a coverage sack, so it's important to see the coverage, even though they're not letting us. So let's see what routes we get. Komet stays in the chip. So we already got 3 in the route to start off with. And this thing refuses to play. It was not this bad yesterday. So I can't see. I see one. Well, never mind. I got one guy vert on a post. One guy vert over here. It's just really hard to tell you what's happening when it keeps skipping around like this. Okay. So we know he's going vertical over the middle. Cover 2. That's going to be covered. Tampa 2. We got another one going vertical. He's being funneled. So again, Tampa 2. That's going to be tough. And I should have known they was running Tampa 2. It's Lovie Smith. Backside, same thing. They got funneled. So what is Komet doing? So him and the running back kind of run into each other, trying to run a crosser. So I don't know. I don't love that. I don't know what that was supposed to accomplish, because those verticals are running directly into deep coverage. So yeah, Komet and Herbert just have bad timing. Fields tries to scramble out. Sorry. Flies is flying around in my face. So Fields tries to scramble out, tries to get to the edge, ends up having to go out of bounds, counts as a sack. And again, that to me on the play call, I don't really understand what we were trying to accomplish. We're running directly into coverage, and that's obviously not where you want to be. So after this play, it'll be the last sack. All right, so we're in heavy personnel, 21 or 22 actually, or 21. Play action, boot, like they say. We love that play action boot, but not always, because it doesn't always work. So as you can see, they're going to blitz off the edge in anticipation of this. So we do the play action boot. The routes don't matter. We're going to boot across, probably some flood and all that. But they have a backside defender, probably a spy, probably a green dog where he can blitz if he needs to. And runs directly into Justin Fields for the sack. And there's nothing O-line did wrong. That person, nothing that's designed to be that way. It's naked. That's why they call it naked boot. He's got no protection. So this play action, he's going to slip down here. Somebody's going to come across. He's probably going to run a corner or vert to get him out the way. And really, this is designed to go there, but it's immediate pressure. So that's what it is. All right, so that's it. That was a good amount of stuff, probably because it takes so much time to rewind. But overall, I would just say, yes, the offensive line is not going to give a perfect pocket, but you can see there's a number of things that Justin Fields is also contributing to the issues, whether it's him not taking the easy check down, whether it's him not understanding pre-snap where to go, or just making the wrong selection when he's throwing. So, and we didn't even look at the incompletions. We was just looking at the completions and the sacks. But that is part of it. Like I said last week, nobody that knows football should expect a person to be completely different week to week. It's not exactly like that. This is what we saw with Justin Fields last week, and this is, again, what we saw this week, and then it's probably what we're going to see next week until we start building in some safeguards to help him, because him making his own decisions right now is just not working that well. All right, so that's it for me. Go down to the comment section. Let me know what you think. Share it around. Get the conversation started. Thumbs up, subscribe, and remember, stay up and bear down.